What's up guys, SeanEDawgz here, and if you are brand new to my best class setup series, how it works is I take each and every gun in the game, and for the most part, I give you two class setups for each gun, a silenced and an unsilenced version, because I know people have different playstyles. Some people like to go for nukes and different things like that. So let's get straight into it. The RPR EVO is a really fun gun to use because you can switch between assault rifle and submachine gun mode with this thing using triangle or Y. Now if you've watched any of my other class setup videos, you know that I usually start with the unsilenced version of the weapon, but that is not the case here. I found that while using this gun, for some reason, whatever it is about the silencer, when you have a silencer on this thing, it reduces the recoil so much and it makes the gun a hell of a lot better. I would definitely recommend using this weapon without a silencer before you go to the unsilenced version, but obviously you need the attachments to do so. Now for this weapon, unlike most subs where I like to run 3 attachments, I actually run 4 for this silenced version. The reason being is I feel, first of all, quick draw and grip are an absolute must. If you want to maintain stability and you want to draw your gun up faster, I say that in a lot of my class setup videos. But for this gun, it is also a toss-up between extended mags and the rifled barrel, because this weapon does run out of ammo very quickly and the clip size really isn't big enough to kill more than 2, maybe like 3 people at the most with 1 magazine. So you gotta choose whether to sacrifice range or ammo, and in this case I chose the ammo and opted for the rifled barrel. And the last attachment that I'm using is of course the silencer. That is the secret to making this gun good, at least in my opinion. Now moving on to the perk setup, it is my usual perk setup minus the overclock. I'm just running 1 of each perk tier. My first perk, perk 1, is Ghost. This is the second most important perk in the game because it allows you to stay off the radar. The UAV is probably the most used score streak in the game, and staying off it is a must. Now for perk 2, this is really non-essential. You could replace this with equipment or something else. I just used Hardline because I like to go on streaks and I like to get my streaks fast, so this really helps with that, but that's definitely a personal preference thing. Feel free to use whatever you want. And lastly, my perk 3 is probably the most important perk in the game. You'll hear me say this in practically all of my videos. You don't want to be stomping around the map like an elephant. If you want to take any flank routes at all without being pre-aimed at all moments, you definitely want to be running dead silence. This thing is essential and you should never take it off. Bring it into prestige with you. If you do plan on using this weapon without a silencer, it still is very good because you no longer have to make the decision to trade off between your rifled barrel and extended mags. I just use both of them. So everything about this class setup is the same for the unsilenced version, but I basically just trade out the silencer for extended mags, making the gun have a lot more ammo but a little bit more recoil. Moving on to the variants for this weapon, by far the best variant is the Bosuzoku, the epic variant, because that gives bonus damage towards the groin, which that's where you're usually aiming anyway, and it also reduces recoil. So 2 very good perks. However, this variant is only available from supply drops, which really sucks. I have thousands upon thousands of hours on this game and I still have not been able to unlock it myself, so I'm not going to recommend this variant for you. Instead, the next best are both legendary variants, the modular and the fission. I would choose between one depending on your playstyle. The fission gives you increased damage range while the modular gives you reduced recoil. I would personally choose the fission just because you can also get nukes with that weapon, but the choice is up to you. They both do different things and those are both good perks. The roll the dice on the modular, that's not really a factor in determining which one's better, so they're both very good variants. Make your choice. Now the thing that I find very strange about this gun is I wouldn't necessarily consider it to be a top tier weapon. I don't know, it just feels a little bit inconsistent to me, but in the games that I use it, I was dropping 50 and 60 plus kills, so it is a little iffy. You're gonna miss some shots that you think you should hit, but all in all, it has a very fast time to kill. They do rarely use this in competitive, so it is a very good gun, just a little inconsistent for my tastes. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for this class setup video. If you did enjoy or found it helpful, be sure to drop a like, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have, and as always, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.